All right, so let me put my music on my headphones. There we go. I'm gonna put on my Vivaldi that I do. Sorry, I like keep it grounded. Hang on. And he was such like a. If it was me watching him, he's like acting like a little bit of a twat waffle, and I was like, "What are you doing?" I'm sorry, you don't normally hear me even say that, but like that's the thing. Hang on, he gets very. Jace is just here, like literally. He gets very pushy and bossy with both of you, like eat, like somebody like getting in the middle of. It's almost like this like brother mom type of vibe thing. I don't know what this is, and he's talking about how. Hang on. He's very prominent in letting y'all know, guys, I made it. Like, wow.
Yeah. Yes.
Like that. And so I'm like, okay. And he's like, hang on. I'm asking about how he died, and he was like, we don't have to go back to that. And we will go back to that. But that usually means that they don't want to deal with that. Like, that was a very interesting point of their life. It was very stressful, very hard, and they don't want to talk about it. We'll go into it why. And that's after I finagle him over it. And he talks about the older gentleman. He says, oh, this guy, like that, this guy. And I'm like, yeah, this guy, I guess, says, older gentleman gives you a hug on my left.
Me?
Okay. Over left side. Yeah, over here with Bun.
Me.
You.
Yeah. Yeah. Like does that. Doesn't say we don't love you too, but FYI. Okay. Be like, why didn't you do that to me? Right? He says, wait. He calls y'all like you girls or something like that. He's talking about really
my other sister. That's my dad. That's not her dad.
Well, no shit. No wonder he comes up and gives you a hug.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm like, there has to be a reason. This is closeness. So whenever they're really close with one person, like daughter, they'll come and they'll do that. And keeps talking about my girls. So let him know that he's acknowledging that. Hold on. I mean, and Jace is funny because he comes and he hangs out with you. Like he associates himself with you. He was like, fine, if he won't give her love, like I'll come over here with you. So he like comes around to your side.
Feel him here.
Always. Yeah, we're very divided. He has this light, airy, fun, like I'm about to go to a water park type of energy and ate way too much sugar all at the same time.
He went to a water park.
But did he go to those? Or like what with water park things?
That was like one of our last memories.
Shut up. Okay. Only reason I say that is because
there's a picture back there somewhere.
Oh, is there? Oh my god. Okay, well yeah, find it and show me. Yeah, he pulls up in my head, he pulls up like Astroworld, which is like an old water thing. What is that? Oh my god, literally at the water park.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, that would make sense. Hang on. Now I'm going to figure out which direction I want to go in, right? Because I can't channel both at the same time. Right. That's like 32 images at one point. Okay, so I'm going to go through one at a time. Let's see. Hang on. Let's see who wants to. Hold on. Well, your father's funny. He's like, no, you go. Like each before beauty, like just being sarcastic about it. I'm like, hang on. He said he had a fucking rough time. I said, I know. What happened with you? So your dad's showing up first. I mean, the other one is, but like, he's like, it's weird. It's like, as they start talking, hang on. He says, hold on. What happened? He keeps referencing y'all as the girls. The girls were scared for me. The girls were this. The girls were this. The girls are nervous for me. The girls are this. And he's like, he's talking about like, yeah. I'm fine. I'm okay. He's like, nobody could get to me. He's talking about like the separation thing that goes along with it. Like nobody could get to me. Like this. He's talking about how, oh my god. Did he not pass that long ago?
He passed 18 years ago, but his anniversary is coming up on this month.
Okay, sorry, he's giving me the white balloon for like anniversary death date, and I'm
Yep.
like, we just passed? Like, okay, perfect. He's like, oh my god, he's the 18th of this month.
The 12th or the 11th, 12th.
Okay. I was about to say, I was like, my last client, they talked about the 18th, and that was her death date. So I'm like, that's weird. If like there's always a common theme to all of my clients in one day, and I'm like, this is probably like yesterday. Everybody was from Arizona. I'm like, very weird. He hold on. Your dad feels like somebody from Chicago or the Northeast that would like kick my ass if I said anything wrong about his daughters. Like that's kind of how he feels. And he keeps talking about how, yeah. I said, well, did you watch him? Have you watched him? He's like, yeah. He's like, I watched him growing up. He's like, I give him a little bit of a, every now and then like that. So I'm like, what are you doing? He like nudges you on different directions. He's talking about, okay, who has kids now? Why is he a grandfather?
Me and my other sister, we both have kids.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Because he's talking about, he's like, now I'm a grandpa. I was like, oh, really? You are? Tell me about this. He's like, hold on. Fighting of like, were we going to name our kids after him on both sides?
My oldest son has his middle name.
Perfect. Okay, because he's talking about fighting over his name. Like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And I'm like, okay, cool. And he's like, hang on, he keeps showing me that he had a really tough job that kept him away a lot or something like that, or that he was very like labor intensive. And he keeps hinting me and pushing me more on this job for some reason. Talking about how, did he also have cardiac issues really bad or something going on too?
He died of a heart attack.
Perfect. Cool. Because he keeps talking about like, he keeps putting me in this job situation, keeps talking about his heart situation, keeps talking about like, he's just all these symbols. And I'm like, okay. And did he work on trucks?
He drove semis and he worked on cars. Yeah.
Perfect. Because he keeps going between tinkering and showing me the front of just like a single front of a red semi. Like that's what he's showing me. Okay. Perfect. And that's the whole like long part on the road because he keeps having me go like this. And I'm like, all right, we're driving or we're working on it. What are we doing? And he's like, oh my God. He's like, I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to them. I'm a shit father, aren't I? I was like, no, you're not. Stop. He's like, okay, so was he on life support after that?
No. We found him dead. He had a heart attack.
Okay, perfect. Because he keeps talking about people coming up and saying goodbye to his body. Okay, so that's that. That's how that happened. Okay. Usually for me, that means because his soul is already gone. And so I'm like, okay, so they found him dead. They put him on life support. We're saying goodbye, right? But no, it's literally physically people are there saying about it. He's talking about, he's like talking about, did he have like smaller but pudgy hands for a man or something like that?
I think so.
Okay. And he's like I don't know if this is a thing like Simba when he puts his paw in his dad's paw print, or if he's making fun of his hands and he's talking about how like y'all have them too. That's just very
yeah. We say we have little sausage hands, and me and my sister have them.
Do you really? Okay. Oh, okay. He's like, sorry, I know it's like an inside joke, but he's like making me feel this because he's showing mine and they're like Skeletor, and he's like,
mine are fat sausage hands.
So. Little sausage fingers. It's okay. I know. I love it. My husband has them too. They're bigger, but that's because he's talking about his mitts, and I'm like, all right, so this is our hands, and he's saying, oh my. That he's like friendly with your mom. He's friendly with your mom. I'm not saying loving.
Yeah.
I'm just saying friendly. That's how I know that they weren't together or like they weren't whatever it is. Yeah. Cause he's like, tell her I said hello, like that. There's not this whole like, I love you. I want to be with you. I'm just kissing you. It's just like, hey, shout out over there. Right. And he says, wait, wait. Okay, I don't know how to put this because this is not a normal sign for me. When he passed, did we find out like a whole lot of like under the table crap or something like that about like either what was going on or what was happening? Not saying it means like drugs and stuff like that. It's just like he keeps showing like, yeah, they were digging through all of my stuff. They found all of my stuff. Like they found out everything. Like what I don't know what that means. It doesn't feel like we killed somebody, but what?
No. Well, he was adopted, and my other sister, like his other daughter, she like found out like I guess we found like our blood family, I guess.
Really?
Getting that, yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's
crazy.
That's crazy. Okay, I haven't had that. That's because he's showing me like important documents, like bill of sale and like family line and all this stuff. And he's like, they found it all. Like they found all this stuff like that. And they found me out. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, but is it drugs? Did we kill somebody? No. I'm like, so it's just something that we were able to figure out. He says, talking about the other one, yeah, I still love her. I don't know what goes along with that. Just had to go and say that. He says, hold on. He calls Jace the little punk kid. He's just talking. He loves you so much. He goes, like, you can feel him. You can feel him pushing, like, come on. And I'm like, what is that? He was like, the little punk kid wants to come out and talk to us, you know? And I'm like, no, we can't. Should we do that? Is that okay? He says, we're going to do both now. We're going to get to him, and then we're going to see if we can get two together because they'll talk together between each other too. Why did you make me say that? Well, something about Jace is talking about giving mom a kiss. Big one like that. Puts it on it. He's getting serious now. Did we have a really big memorial service for him?
Yeah.
Cool. Because he does like this. He puts me in this atmosphere church, whatever this is. And he comes up and he runs down this aisle and he's like, do you see this? And I'm like, all right, cool. I was like, what do you mean by that? And he's like looking, and I'm very just straight, like, all right, we're here to talk, right? And he's like, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm impressed with you. That's cool. Oh man. Wait. Okay, I'm going to get into what happened with him. He keeps showing me. I don't know why he would show me like oxygen thing on our finger. I don't know why that is. He would show me, hang on. He's like almost like accounting this as to him being stupid. Don't know why. He's like, oh, we don't really need to talk. We don't need to talk about it. Like, I was being dumb. I was being stupid. I was like, what were you being stupid for? And he's talking about how something took my life. Talking about how, wait. Talking about how people would be disappointed in him or something like that. I don't want them to be disappointed in me. Talking about how he's like, 1 minute and it was gone. Okay, what is this really quick thing that he was doing being stupid?
He went out with his friends. I was at her house, and his friend gave him this pill, and it was 100% fentanyl. There's nothing else in it.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yep, perfect. Yeah, because he's just like, I don't want them to be disappointed in me, like, for doing this. Yeah. Hey, he knows y'all aren't, but he still has that guilt. No wonder he wouldn't want to talk about it. A little turd.
Yeah.
They do that. That's how I know when it's something that's up, that's like their issue, because it's like them sitting there like, I'm really cool. I'm a good person. Like, and I'm like, stop. And wait. He hugs you, and he does like this massive bear hug, and he does this kiss thing right here, and he's like, I'm so sorry. And he's like, y'all have like this really like brotherly best friend bond thing going on. Who is this compared to you? Jace. Who is Jace compared to you? Who is he to you? What's the relation?
Oh, he's my boyfriend.
Perfect. Cool. There you go.
Sorry.
You're fine. You're fine. Yeah, he just has like this whole like, I'm protecting you. I'm making sure you're safe. I'm here. Shout out to his mom, by the way, when you get a second. Another thing is, hold on. Had y'all been together for like years?
Well, we've known each other for a very long time.
Okay, because he showed me like 12 years old and stuff like that. And I'm like, how long have you like known each other for?
I've known him since I was about like 12, 13. I'm 17 now.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm like, wow, hang on. He says, hold on. He's older than you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I asked him, I said, so you're not going to high school like her? And he goes, I want to go to it. He's like, I'm older than her. I'm like, okay, thank you for being a cunt bucket with the answer. I love him. He's really like, I'm like, okay. Thanks. He's like, hold on. Wait. He calls you babe. He's like, I gave, like, talking about like babe all the time. Do you have a promise ring from him or something?
No. Okay. He was gonna go out with his friends, and I asked him, I was like, hey, stop by the jewelry store and get me a promise ring.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, he's talking about like, I'm sorry.
Right before he died too. So
no. Okay. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, because he's talking about like, I'm sorry I didn't get you a promise ring, or like, where's the promise ring? Like that with a question mark. And I'm like, where's the promise ring? Like, okay. So that's the inside joke that only y'all would know. With he oh man. He said, I can't keep you safe anymore. And I try to. He says, something about it's already been, has it already been a year?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
July 30th.
Perfect. Okay. Because I'm asking him, like, you feel like you're newer. And he said, it's already been a year. And I'm like, no, it hasn't. It can't have been. And so he's always right. I'm not. That's just the thing. He's save our videos, look through them. That's what he says.
I look through them all the time.
Like, just straight up, save our videos, look through them. Boom.
That's awesome.
Yeah. There. I'm there when you least expect it. Hang on. He's joking with you. He's talking about like you feel him around and then you cry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what he's saying.
Feel his like footsteps.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I felt him tap me on the shoulder.
He's all about being right here. All about being right here. Like even when you're laying up against the wall on your bed or something like that, he just keeps showing me there's this long flat space against the bed, like kind of like where it's at right here. And he keeps showing me being right here. So this is your right side. Okay. He stands there a lot. He goes, he hands you like a puppy. That's so random. It's like his version of like, how weird. And he'll talk about like getting like a little dog together or something, like a Yorkie, or what is this?
I don't know.
I know, that's so weird. He like literally hands you like this tiny little dog, and I'm like, she doesn't live out on her own. Like, I don't know what this means. I think that may be like giving him a gift, or another thing that will happen is later on when you move out, when you're by yourself, watch that you don't get a little brown like Yorkie dog some way, like a gift, or it shows up, or that can be also be a sign. But I think it's like that. Like I had a client, I was actually channeling her dogs, and the dogs were talking. They were giving her this orange cat. She was like, I don't like cats. I don't deal with cats. Anyways, we had a session a few months later, and she says, I found a kitten in the front of our house, and it's an orange male cat, like we talked about, just showed up. Okay, so just watch for that. Could be, and then email me and let me know. I want to go in with, Hold on. With where? Hold on. So we're gonna go back to Dad in just a second, but he just keeps replaying, and I don't know how another way to describe this. He keeps replaying like feeling your hair on his chest, and he keeps replaying like feeling skin like this over and over again. So it's like talking either about intimate moments or moments when relaxed or whatever this is. He's like bringing that up. He's talking about how, man, he used to like, you're the quiet one. He used to like shoot you with like squirt guns or something like that. I don't know what this is. Like, that's what he's doing. He's like showing me all these funny times, like, and you're like, no, stop. He's
He had Nerf guns.
really
With his siblings, he was.
That's what
When
he's
they
showing.
were around the house.
That's yeah, and I'm like, what is this thing? I only know like Nerf water guns like that, where it's like you
Yeah.
pump them up, and so he's doing this, and you're like, no. And it's this whole thing. Oh my god, he said, nobody got charged with his death.
What was that?
Nobody got charged with his passing, like court-wise.
No.
I asked him, I was like, so did we figure out who did it? Did we figure out where it came from? Like, is there that? And he said, no, it's not going to be. And I said, okay, how do you feel about that? And he said, the guy pled that he didn't know or something like that. Somebody was talking about they didn't know. Someone was talking about they didn't know. He said,
Probably.
he got it from another person that was not in that house. And he's talking about how I had it with me all day long, or like I had it with me for a very long time.
Yeah.
And cool. Because a lot of times they'll talk about like who gave it to them, you know, if it's a friend, did it divvy it out? And he's making me seem like it's been in my pocket. And I'm like, okay. And hang on. He just did it to go to sleep. He went to sleep.
Yeah.
He went to sleep. Big ass sleep. And he's talking about waking up and realizing that he's dead. And he's like, what? Like, it's weird. Whenever they show me that and being confused, he shows me like literally like the videos of them, the spirit coming out of the body and like getting up like normal and then turning around and being like, what? Like, that's how he's doing it. I want to go. He loves you, boo boo. He loves you, and he's going to be around you for a very long time. And he apologizes over and over and over again. And I think just by him saying he was being stupid, I think that's apologetic enough, right? That's not something he would normally do. I mean, he was self-deprecating.
I don't need an apology.
Yeah. He's wait. Don't get a tattoo for him.
Why?
He's talking about don't mark yourself up that way.
Yes, we are.
We are. I want to.
Okay, I asked him. Okay, that's him. Okay, you can't. Pause. So it's interesting because when I ask about like, are there any memorials? Are there any of this? And he shows me tattoo. I was like, okay, where is it at? You know, when did they get it? Do they have it yet? And he puts it that it's like still in a drawer. So I'm like, okay, so we don't have it yet. And I was like, well, what do you want me to say about that? He was like, I think this is part of like a funny part though. He's like, oh, she doesn't have to mark herself up like that. You know, like that. And that's why I had to tell you about that. Hold on. Wait. He's talking about, are you planning on getting it like on your body?
Yeah. I don't know where yet. Maybe my arm or something. I don't know.
Okay, now we're going a little bit too far in the future for me personally, but he's talking about don't put it on your body here because he's talking about when you have the little girl that like it will stretch out. And so put it on like your forearm or up here. Okay.
I don't want kids. I don't want kids.
I know you are, but you're gonna have one. So
I told you we have kids.
One. I think you probably do have two coming up because there is a boy energy, but it does feel like one's like 5 or 6 before you have the other one. But you have a very long time. Like this is a very, very long time. Okay. So don't worry about it. And you know what? I tell you what. I had a hysterectomy. I had one child. It was a son on accident, and he's my little mini me, and he's a diva, and I love him. He is my little diva. And so with you, let me go back over here and he loves you. So give him thanks tonight. Okay. Do it. I need you to do it. And let me go here. Hang on. Hold on. My daughter, hang on. Hold on. I'm sorry, I'm switching energies now. So he has me back in this house. He's putting me back in this house. He's talking about people talking to him. He's talking and trying to let me know like they hear him, or he's heard him. He's talking about how he's trying to give me as much information as quickly as possible. He's talking about being at the birth of the children. He's talking about he says, Amy, I have so much lost time that I have to make up. I'm sorry, like I'm showing you all this. I'm like, it's okay, dude. Don't worry about it. He says, does somebody have his work jacket? Perfect. Okay, cool. He has me like, the way he shows me that is black, and then he shows me like Mack truck on it, like written out on it. And I'm like, I don't know if that's his, but that for me was like symbol of like work jacket. And he's talking about how he says, she'll never let it go. She'll never let it go. And he's like, I won't let her go. I won't let her go. He says, yeah. Says, wait. Pull up a seat with me. Talk to me, Dad. So you do try to talk to him. It's almost like we cheers to him. We do this stuff. And he's like, yeah. And he's like sitting across from you as this is happening. And he's like, wish you be proud of me. Of course he is. He's talking about how as he's like pulling this, like giving me information. And I'm like, yes. She knows. Says, keeper of mentioning a dog that's passed or something like that. He like brings that up, talking about how dogs are everywhere today. I don't know what's happening. He's like brings this animal up for a second, and I'm like, okay, is it a cat or a dog? Turns to the dog, and he's like, yeah. Like I got the mutt too, and I was like, okay. Talks about how
his name is Dudley. We had this dog Dudley growing up, and he died like a year after my dad died, I think.
Really?
That's crazy. That's awesome.
He just brings them up. I'm like, this is like an old pet. He wants you to know that I'm here. I want you to know that I'm here. Talking about, there's also an older gentleman with him and another female as well. They're kind of like in the back too. They feel older. So it's probably more like grandparents lines and stuff like that. And he's just mentioning that they're there. It's like this for you have him. For you have line of people. So you will have more too, but they're not all dead yet. So that's a whole nother thing. So what I want y'all to do right now, I would just stay here if I didn't have another session. I think this is wonderful. So what I want y'all to do right now is take a deep breath or have a good cry before you go out in the world. Okay. Number 2, if you have any questions for me, or if you need anything, or if you need me again, just email me. That's so cool. I love them both. Tell them thank you. Give thanks to them for 5 or 6 minutes. Tell them how much you love them, because they come through and they give us all this energy, and then we have to go back and give them energy as well. So it creates this pathway. Okay. And then I will send you the recording tomorrow. If you want me to send it to 2 email addresses, I can too. Just message me first.
Yeah,
okay?
you just send it to mine and I'll send it on to her.
Cool. Awesome. And then if y'all have any questions or if you need me, hit me up.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, y'all. Love you.
Love you. Thanks.
Bye.